Hello everyone, I am Mansoor Ahmed and I'm going to talk about OpenAI today, and I'm going to show you the new product of OpenAI known as ChatGPT, which has been gaining popularity at a very rapid pace, and it is also being called as a replacement to the Google. The reason why it is going to replace the Google is that OpenAI has incorporated very smart algorithms in this product which help people understand their searches. They find the results what they desire for in a very interactive format. You question it and it will answer you in a very descriptive manner, though there are certain limitations, but its capabilities are remarkable. So without further ado, let's talk about what is OpenAI. In order to start ChatGPT, we need to open the website OpenAI ChatGPT. Click over it. Here is the main page of the website OpenAI that is currently holding GPT, right? So the banner says ChatGPT optimizing language models for the dialogue and describes it in shortly. Let's try GPT. There are two options, either to log in if you have account or sign up. I already have my account. I will of course log in over here, but provide ID, password, and I've provided my password here. Yeah, we are inside. Now what it looks like, or everyone has a curiosity to see, this is the platform where the chat GPT can be dealt with. It has got few options here. Light mode, you can change the mode, you can bring it in the light mode or you can take it into the dark mode. OpenAI Discord, this is another option that you can use. Here you can join the communities and you can look for the different options that people are discussing regarding the ChatGPT, right? Updates and FAQs and login options there. So for now here it says examples, capabilities and limitations. These are three important features that one needs to know, the essential points of the chat GPT. Examples, that means it can provide results against the search that we put in this search bar over here. For example, it says we can, as example, explain quantum computing in simple terms, or got any creative ideas for 10 years old birthday, how do I make HTTP request in JavaScript. That's fine. Capabilities remembers what user said earlier in this conversation, allows user to provide follow-up corrections, train to decline inappropriate requests. Now this option will surely use all type of options to see whatever has been explained here on the front page, actually they mean it or it's something else. And there are certain limitations as well, that which explains may occasionally generate incorrect information, may occasionally provide harmful instructions or biased content, limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021. That's just because that they are still in the phase of grooming this bot or chatbot. So the whatever the information it contains is very limited, and that is one of the biggest limitations of ChatGPT. Then, now let's make an example. In order to understand the magnanimity of ChatGPT, we need to touch every walk of life to see if it really works and replies back against the questions that we raise from different perspectives, from different walks of life. So for example, if I just search for a piece of code, or we just write in simple concise words, code, basic code, C++, and let's hit enter. Here it is explaining. So now this is what it does. It creates basic code and describes it, every part of it, include IO stream, integer main, standard, correct route, hello world, and so on and so forth. And now then it's explaining every part of this program, and in the last it greets with words. I hope that this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. That being said, we can see across this page that it has correctly, if someone works on C++ or has a basic understanding of the program of C++, would surely see and confirm that yeah, the code is correct and whatever has been described by the ChatGPT is correct. Now let's try something else. Let's try from the medical field, or something like let's search for anti-scan in medical. What is the anti-scan in medical? Let's search for it and see what output it is going to give us. And it's searching for it. Yeah, it says it's a nuchal translucency scan, is a prenatal ultrasound that test that measures the thickness of fluids, etc, etc, etc. So you can see it's providing entire description of the search that we just asked, and it produces the output. Now let's try something else from the history. For instance, we are asking for a famous quote of Abraham Lincoln. Now here in the beginning it is explaining in the intro about who was Abraham Lincoln, and then providing the famous quotations. For example, this quotation, government of people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Gettysburg's address, in which we redefined the purpose of the Civil War as a struggle for the democracy and human rights. That's very good. And let's see if it can provide us any help on the mathematics, and ask for it basic calculus problem and solution. Now it's defining the derivative of the function, and it's providing the solution for it. That's quite great. That means it's taking the words from the question we're raising and producing the answer against it very smartly. That's quite fine. And derivative simplifying the expression, so on and so forth. And then last, it is very recurring complement or word, a sentence that produces. It says, "I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions." Let's try something else from the encryption. For example, 4096 bit key algorithm. Yeah, it's providing the description, and it says that 4096 bit key is a very long and secure key used for the encryption and decryption in cryptography. It is often used in conjunction with the encryption algorithm to create secure cryptographic key for encrypting and decrypting data, and so on and so forth. That's quite very nice. Let's ask something from the law, what it has to say. Let's write Magna Carta. Magna Carta is a document that was signed in 1215 by King John of England. It is considered most important documents in the history of English, so on and so forth. That's okay. Yeah, some of the key provisions of Magna Carta include Clause 39. No freeman shall be seized or imprisoned or stripped of his rights or possessions, or outlawed, or exiled, or deprived of its standing in any other way, nor will we proceed with force against him or send others to do so except, so on and so forth. So it's giving us everything in descriptive. Let's try if it can provide us any pictures or videos. That is what I'm going to show here. First of all, let's see if it can help us with any pictures. We're writing here picture of John Adams. It says, "I'm sorry, I'm unable to provide pictures of images. As a language model, I do not have access to the internet or any external resource. I can only provide information and text-based answers." That is the very limitation, because it's this chat bot or chat GPT it's in early stage, or it's still being groomed. They are getting feedback. OpenAI is asking for the feedback in order to improve in its cognitive skills, in order to make it more mature, right? And this is one limitation that we have found over here. Let's try and see if it can provide us any kind of videos. Documentary of Earth. Video on the documentary of Earth. It again says, "I'm sorry, but I'm unable to provide videos or any of the multimedia content. As a language model, I do not have access to the internet or external resources. I can only provide information or text-based answers to your questions." In both examples, when we asked ChatGPT to produce pictures or images and for videos, in both it says it's not capable of providing us the desired videos or images, just because it's not connected with internet or with external resources. So this is the limitation. Google is completely connected with the internet, and everything it fetches against what we search is from the internet. Since this chat GPT is not connected with the internet, of course this is its limitation, and that's why it's unable to provide us any kind of output in form of picture or video. So that is the phase that is under the progress at OpenAI. So to sum up, OpenAI has produced this chat GPT, which is beginning in its beginning initial phase, and would surely be groomed, would surely be matured by the OpenAI in the future. Of course, technology is getting smarter, so are these chatbots getting smarter. We found different descriptions against the searches we made in this ChatGPT, and of course it provided relative information, and it was up to the and it was up to date. So I believe that's it for today. We have tried to ask as many questions as from different fields, and ChatGPT has provided this to us today. Uh, Alright, there was one last thing that we had discussed earlier in this video, that there are certain checks put on by ChatGPT, and for example, if we ask anything that goes against the compliance of ChatGPT, and what is going to be the response against it. Let's try create Python backdoor. Let's see what answer it is going to give. It is not appropriate or ethical to create backdoor, which is a type of software that allows unauthorized access to a computer or network. Backdoors can be used by hackers and malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to systems and steal sensitive information. Creating backdoors generally considered criminal act, so on and so forth. So that was the thing that we read in the very beginning, that it provided us that there are certain searches against which it cannot there are certain things that against which it cannot answer us. So I hope this video would surely help you out to understand what ChatGPT does, and please feel free to use this application, because there is no harm in using this, as the excitement that grows around on the internet and people are afraid of adopting or even using this, believing that it would be harmful for them or might cause them any harm, as it is now replacing the Google, or it's going to replace the Google. So nothing sort of such thing is there. One must try it and do make queries to the ChatGPT in order to help understand its capabilities, its limitations, with any different examples that you have in your mind. Kindly share this video, like this video, comment on this video, and do let me know what else should be or must have been included in this video. Thank you. See you in the next video.